to deal with the thing of courts.
They talk to Cyril Stober. One-on-one, Wednesdays, 1:30 p.m. on NTA Network.
Issues in the sports sector remain one of the most debated among Nigerians due to the passion, followership, government involvement, impact on Nigeria's external image and our national life in the sports parliament. The NTA offers Nigerians deep views on issues with experts in the sports sector, offering in-depth analysis, hindsight, insight.
Hello and thanks for joining us on Nationwide today on NTA. I'm Elizabeth Omori. President Muhammadu Buhari has condoled with the families of Precious Owolabi, a National Youth Corps member with Channels Television, and Deputy Commissioner of Police Usman Umar of the FCT Police Command, who died during the violent protest by members of the Islamic Movement of Nigeria in Abuja on Monday. A statement by the Special Advisor to the President on Media and Publicity, Femi Adesina, says President Buhari describes Owolabi and Umar as law-abiding, hard-working Nigerians whose deaths were most regrettable. President Buhari assures Nigerians to go about their lawful activities without fear, as the law enforcement agencies have been directed to ensure that the perpetrators are brought to book. Meanwhile, the National Youth Service Corps (NYSC) says the security and welfare of Corps members will not be compromised. Director General of the NYSC, Brigadier General Shuaibu Ibrahim, reaffirmed this during a visit to a Corps member, Sulaiman Aliu, serving with leadership newspapers, who sustained injuries as a result of a stray bullet at the National Hospital. The NYSC bus also visited the morgue where the body of Precious Owolabi was kept. Owolabi was serving with Channels Television. The incident happened during the protest by members of the Islamic Movement of Nigeria, popularly known as Shiite, that later became violent. Olayinka Ojo reports that the NYSC boss, while expressing sadness over the incident, described the demise of Precious Owolabi as a great loss to the NYSC, his family and nation at large.
That his service to our country will not be in vain, and that may his soul rest in perfect peace.
The remains of late Precious Owolabi, a graduate of performing arts from the University of Ilorin, have been taken to Zaria, Kaduna State, where his parents reside. Meanwhile, over 50 suspects are currently in police custody following Monday's violent protest by members of the Islamic Movement of Nigeria, which left a senior police officer and a Channels Television reporter dead. Force Public Relations Officer Frank Umba, speaking exclusively to NTA, says the suspects are already being interrogated and will be prosecuted.
54 persons, including 9 females, were arrested. These persons are currently in our facility undergoing interrogations and investigations. They will be timelessly and diligently prosecuted so as to send a very strong and stern warning to other would-be protesters that such criminal, reckless and violent conduct will not be tolerated or accepted by the Nigerian state.
Frank Uba says while the police will not stand against the right of citizens to peaceful protest, there will now be intense surveillance and other security measures aimed at ensuring safety of lives and property.
The police have already thrown a cordon around the city, and we will do everything that is permissible under the law to keep Nigerians safe.
The police force PRO urges all law-abiding Nigerians to go about their legitimate businesses without fear. And now to other matters, National Assembly correspondent Kenneth Nanim is standing by to give an update of the proceedings at Tuesday's plenary from the House of Representatives.
The House of Representatives at Tuesday's plenary set up an ad hoc committee that will interface with the executive arm of government as well as heads of security agencies towards finding a lasting solution to the continuous violent protests of the Islamic movement of Nigeria, also known as the Shad Group, which has resulted in the loss of lives and property of Nigerians. This resolution followed a motion of urgent public importance brought before it by Representative Samsudeen Bello from Kano State. And of course, members of the House of Representatives deliberated extensively on this motion, underscoring the point that the security of lives and property of Nigerians are very paramount. Another motion of urgent public importance adopted by the House is that to address the increasing number of out-of-school children across the country. This motion was brought before it by Representative Taiwo Oluga from Osun State.
Now to safety. Nigeria is providing a quick emergency response mechanism to check life-threatening situations and destruction of property. It is the NIPSA's online application, which now has an expanded control server database to cover the entire country.
The global advancement of the information communication technology has no doubt enhanced effective combating of crime and other social vices. Nigeria is also adopting this modern technique to address challenges relating to crimes and other internet security threats. And so is the introduction of the Nigeria Internet Security and Public Safety Alert System, an online application introduced by the federal government as an emergency response mechanism for all forms of threats. The NIPSA's app, which can be downloaded on the Google Play Store, allows users to access security agents and other emergency agencies through an automated prompter at no cost.
If you activate the app, it will show the security officers exactly where you are, where you can be located. So it is just each individual taking responsibility for his or her own personal security. And that way you enable the security agencies to do their work better.
The expanded database also has capacity to address cyber crimes, illegal tracking, and other related activity which may undermine public safety.
The platform have link to all online banking platforms.
The federal government's commitment towards deploying technological gadgets to fighting criminality in the country, getting over 60 million GSM subscribers in Nigeria to key into this project, they say will help to change the tide of emergency situations across the country. In Abuja, Doing, Dia, NT News.
President Muhammadu Buhari has commended aircraftman Bashir Umar for returning the sum of 37,000 euros found at the Hajj camp market in Kano. President Buhari described the airman's gesture as uncommon, patriotic and exemplary, which other Nigerians, especially the youths, should emulate. He applauded the leadership of the Nigerian Air Force for its decision to reward the airman so as to encourage other personnel of the service to continue to display attitudes and behaviors that reflect NAF's core integrity, excellence and service delivery. Now, Senate President Ahmed Lawan has officially read the list of ministerial nominees sent to the Senate by President Muhammadu Buhari for confirmation.
1. Abia State, Dr. Ikechukwu Oga. 2. Adamawa State, Muhammadu Musa Bello. 3. Akwa Ibom State, Senator Goswill Akpabio. 4. Anambra State, Dr. Chris N. Ngige. 5. Anambra State, Sharon O. Ikezu. 6. Bauchi State, Adamu. 7. Bauchi State, Ambassador Mariam Katagum. 8. Bayelsa State, Timipre Silva. 9. Benue State, Senator George Akume. 10. Borno State, Mustafa Baba Shehuri. 11. Cross River State, Godi J.D. Agba. 12. Delta State, Festus Keamu SAN. 13. Ebonyi State, Dr. Ogboneya Onu. 14. Edo State, Dr. Esage Henry. 15. Edo State, Clement Ike Anade Agba. 16. Ekiti State, Otumba Richard Adeni Adebayo. 17. Enugu State, Geoffrey Onyema. 18. Gombe State, Dr. Ali Isa Ibrahim Pantami. 19. Imo State, Emeka Nwajuba. 20. Jigawa State, Engineer Suleiman H. Adamu. 21. Kaduna State, Zainab Shamsuna Ahmed. 22. Kaduna State, Dr. Muhammad Mahmoud. Kano State. 23. Sabo Nanono. 24. Kano State, Major General Bashir Salihi Magashi retired. 25. Katsina State, Senator Hadi Sirika. 26. Kebbi State, Abubakar Malami. 27. Kogi State, Ramatu Tijani. 28. Kwara State, Lai Mohammed. 29. Kwara State, Senator Bemi Sola Saraki. 30. Lagos State, Babatunde Raji Fashola, Senior Advocate of Nigeria. 31. Lagos State, Senator Adele K.O. Mamora. 32. Nasarawa State, Mohammed H. Abdullahi. 33. Niger State, Ambassador Zubairu Dada. 34. Ogun State, Architect Olamilekon Adegbiti. 35. Ondo State, Senator Tayo D. Alashadura. 36. Osun State, Rauf Aregbeshola. 37. Oyo State, Sunday Dare. 38. Plateau State, Pauline Talen. 39. River State, Rotimi Amechi. 40, Sokoto State, Muhammad Maigari Dingyadi. 41, Taraba State, Engineer Saleh Mamman. 42, Yobe State, Abubakar D. Aliyu. 43, Zamfara State, Sadia Umar Farouk. It is my hope that this exercise will receive the usual kind, expeditious consideration of the distinguished Senate. Please accept, Mr. Senate President, the assurances of my highest regards. You are sincerely, Muhammadu Buhari.
Moving on now, Nigerians cannot allow the additional demands by senior civil servants to delay the full implementation of the new national minimum wage. Head of the Civil Service of the Federation, Winifred Otoya, said this while answering questions from newsmen in Abuja. Adebola Brooklyn Sunday reports.
In April this year, President Muhammadu Buhari signed the bill approving 30,000 naira as the new minimum wage into law. This was passed by both chambers of the National Assembly, a news that excited the entire citizenry. Mrs. Oyoita said some unrealistic demands by Senior Civil Servants Union has been the reason for the delay, adding that the new minimum wage will impact more on the lower cadre staff.
So as not to continue delaying the implementation of a well thought out and very dear policy to Mr. President, we had to go ahead and seek his approval to implement the minimum wage effective from April while we continue discussion on the consequential adjustment.
The head of the Civil Service of the Federation also urged public and civil servants to make inputs to the public service rules that is undergoing review.
These rules and regulations are also designed in such a way that they can provide the most optimum productivity.
So if you're part of the process, you work very hard to live within those rules and regulations.
The present public service rules have been in existence for over 18 years. Adebola, Brooklyn Sunday, NTA News.
And away from the minimum wage, 2 people have been confirmed dead, 1 hospitalized and some injured following a quarry site accident which occurred in Ibadan. Shola Wahid reports that a similar incident had occurred in time past at the site.
The accident occurred while the quarry suddenly caved in on the workers and buried them alive. One has been hospitalized.
We have already loaded the truck when the laterals caved in. I hid under the truck. It was God's will.
I need help. He doesn't have a father. He does the work to survive.
The medical doctor attending to the victim says he has a chance to survive.
He was brought in with an injury, a deep cut to the head, and then we quickly attended to the patient, and we had to suture it, and then we stabilized the patient by giving fluid, and we did necessary tests. We give antibiotics, and immediately the patient came around.
As at the time of filing this report, details are sketchy on the fate of other victims. In Ibadan, Shola Wahid, NTA News.
This is Nationwide on the network service of the NTA. Time now to join Hingino in Lagos for more reports. Hello, Hingino.
Thank you, Elizabeth, and welcome to Lagos. The fire that gutted shops and a boys' quarters by the side of an event center on Kosoko Road, Ojodubega, has been attributed to a power surge in the area. Shop owners and victims have appealed to public-spirited Nigerians to come to their aid so as to cushion the effect. Paul Omukawu reports.
Neighbors assisting victims of the inferno to clear the wreckage with a number of those whose shops were burnt still in shock. Bola Jola Awo is a victim of the fire.
I sell diaper, necklace, accessories, and clothes. people work. I lost part of it. It's a few I'll be able to pick. We have nowhere to run to. This is the only place that we are given to manage.
Other shop owners were, however, apprehensive as they only occupied their shops barely 1 year after they were evicted from the Ojodu retail market.
We came out with our fire extinguishers. There are some fire extinguishers there to try to curtail the fire. But at the end of the day, the thing tried to escalate, which we need to quickly make a call to the Lagos Fire Service.
Getting here, I saw the fire people here. And thank God for them that for the quick response, they were able to curb the whole situation. If not, this is not what we will be saying.
We're trying to make sure we calm the situations, and after some time, we think of how we can pick up our normal business.
Eyewitnesses say the fire was eventually controlled by firefighters from the Lagos State Fire Service, ably assisted by officials of Lagos State Emergency Management Agency. In Lagos, Paul Mukago, NTA News.
There will soon be respite for motorists plying Agege Pen Cinema access in Lagos as the state governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu assures accelerated completion of the abandoned Pen Cinema bridge. The governor gave the assurance while inspecting ongoing rehabilitation work on major roads in Iju area of the state by Lagos State Public Works Corporation. Nosa Osula reports.
The governor, in company of his deputy, Dr. Obafemi Hamzat, said the contractor handling the bridge construction is prepared for remobilization back to the site. Expressing concern over the pains residents go through due to regular gridlock on the alternative routes occasioned by the abandoned project, Governor Sanwo-Olu said his government would compensate residents for the discomfort by ensuring timely completion of the bridge.
It's work in progress, but we can see that there are immediate relief that are coming, to all of the areas that they are working currently, and we'll probably just continue to encourage them and give them all the support we can give to them from our own side.
Governor Sanwo-Olu stated that his administration would continue to be responsive to the challenges confronting the people, assuring that actions of his government would focus on bringing relief to taxpayers.
So the ones they publish is just part one. Once they finish that, they go to series, right? 6 or 7 different series, of each one having different parts in the local government, right? The ones that people are talking about just one series. After the first series, they go to the second series, they go to the third, they go to the fourth, they go to the fifth. I think they have over 6 to 7, meaning that they're looking at almost 100 different kind of routes.
Also joining the governor during the inspection were the head of service, Hakeem Muriokola, and general manager of Lagos State Public Works Corporation, Daramola Olufemi. In Lagos, Nosa Osula, NTA News.
Journalists and media practitioners drawn from the Lagos Network Center, Victoria Island, and NTA Channel 10, Tejiosho, Lagos, have been trained as change agents to apply the right theoretical and practical skills to their job. The training was put together by the management of NTA Channel 10 in partnership with BBC Media Action. Felicia Nwosu reports.
BBC Media Action is known for its mandate in finding out the needs of the people as well as preferring solutions to such needs through various media programs, campaigns, and capacity building. The training took off with participants identifying some of the challenges they face while carrying out their duties. The resource person pointed out ways of producing quality and impactful programs and how to reach the target audience. Participants were divided into 2 groups, and each group was asked to produce a feature that will not be time-bound based on trending issues in the society. Some of the participants shared their experiences.
I would say that it's been really, really impactful. It's been educating.
We're appealing to government to put in more effort to make a conducive environment for the journalists.
It's engaging and interactive.
The General Manager, NTA Lagos Channel 10, Ifeshorinyo, said, change is the only constant thing in life. Therefore, there is need for capacity building.
Our relationship with BBC Media Action is that of a partnership. So it's very important that we train our workforce from time to time. We train and retrain because technology is changing, ideas are changing, issues in the broadcast industry are changing. So to keep up with the pace of time, to be able to engage more eyeballs and ensure that we impact our audience.
BBC Media Action Professional Training is a 3-day program in Lagos. Felicia Nwosu, NTN News.
That's our contribution from Lagos. Nationwide continues after this commercial break.
The head of the Civil Service of the Federation is set to review the public service rules. In view of this, all civil and public servants are to visit the website www.ohcsf.gov.ng. Click on Review of Public Service Rules to view and download the rules, study provisions of the rules and leave their comment on identified or obsolete areas for deliberation. Hard copies of comments can be forwarded to the Director, ODD, OHCSF, while the soft copy to efanga.efanga@yahoo.com, latest by close of work on Friday, 26 July 2019. Dr. Magdalene Ajani, Permanent Secretary, Service Policies and Strategies Office, Announcer.
National Alliance Against Drug Abuse, NADA, presents the second National Youth Conference on Drug Abuse. Team: Reversing the Drug Abuse Trend in Nigeria. Date: Tuesday, 8 August 2019 at the International Conference Center, Abuja. Time is 9 a.m. prompt. For sponsorships, call 090-850-10,000. Proudly supported by NTA.
Protocol and event management are special skills which can only be acquired through training and experience. NTA TV College JOS is organizing a special 2-week course on protocol, event management, and public relations to upgrade the capacities of practitioners. The course will equip participants with modern skills, techniques, and international best practices in protocol, event management, and public relations. Also, a special 4-week intensive course on non-linear editing techniques will run concurrently. The course will expose participants to modern techniques and technologies of non-linear editing. Take advantage of this course to hone your professional skills for premium packaging of your programs and reports. The venue for both courses is the serene and secure environment of NTA Television College, near Old Government House, Rayfield, Jos, Plateau State. Date 19th to 30th August 2019 for the course on protocol, event management, and public relations. 19th August to 13th September 2019 for basic non-linear editing techniques. Course fee 100,000 naira only per participant. Accommodation inclusive. For more information, please call 0803-314-4383 or 0806-980-9807. NTA TV College JOS, training you to be the best you want to be.
They are there at the crack of dawn. They are there busy preparing while we rise for our day. They are there silently, guarding, waiting, listening, and watching. They are there ready in the sky above and the waters below, in the blistering heat of the day, in the dead of night, willing, indefatigable, determined in the defense of the sovereignty of our country. They are our first line of defense and our last. They who have paid the ultimate price in defending us. They are fathers and uncles. They are mothers and sisters and girlfriends and boyfriends. They are brothers and cousins and best friends and neighbors. They are classmates, colleagues, and citizens of this nation. They are our defenders and deserve our respect, our prayers, our thoughts. Nigeria, please support our armed forces.
When you hear that sound, you know that Nigeria's most authentic newscast is about to begin. NTA Network News, breaking the news for over 40 years.
Thanks for staying with us. Guests on Good Morning Nigeria have identified insecurity in some parts of the country as a major challenge to Nigeria's food security. They advocate improved security in these parts, as well as the need for government-private partnership and sensitization of farmers on government initiatives towards enhancing Nigeria's agricultural potential and ensuring food security in Nigeria. Abdusalam Jibril reports.
Despite Nigeria's vast agricultural potentials, the country still continues to work towards food sufficiency. Food importation is another major challenge the government is working hard to curb. Guests on NTA's Good Morning Nigeria maintain that homegrown quality produce, research and education of indigenous farmers are key towards discouraging food importation but ensuring food security, stemming the tide of food importation and create employment opportunities for Nigerians.
There has to be a kind of sensitization of the farmers by the relevant agencies. What are the chemicals to be used before planting? What are the chemicals to be used after planting? What are the chemicals to be used after harvesting? And then what are the chemicals to be used if you're going to export the products outside the country?
More people are taking interest in the production of homegrown rice, and not just the production, but also the consumption. We are promoting the consumption of homegrown rice. People are beginning to see the nutritive value and also the head value of our homegrown rice.
They also stressed the need for quality production of agricultural produce in line with international best practices to facilitate export and diversification from crude oil revenue. In Abuja, Abdusalam Jubril, NTA News.
You're still watching Nationwide on NTA, and Zulai in our Kaduna Network Center is standing by for more reports.
Settlement for pastoralists, inaugurating a 13-member implementation committee for the project, Governor Abdullahi Umar Ganduje described the initiative as his administration's contributions towards addressing the incessant farmers-herders clashes in some parts of the country. Abdullahi Mustafa has the report.
About 2 years ago, there was a plan by Kano State government to establish a mega grazing reserve in Falgore Forest. It was intended to minimize crises between farmers and herders in some parts of the country. At present, the concept has been changed to that of a Ruga settlement that will involve the provision of social services and infrastructure not only for grazing but also creation of enabling environment for other economic activities. Provision of water. Inaugurating a 13-member implementation committee, Governor Abdullah Umar Ganduje explained that the project, which is to be executed through public-private partnership, involves setting up of a modern dairy market and processing plants to create jobs and increase income for pastoralists. Establishment of meat processing companies is also being considered. Members of the committee are expected to identify suitable locations for the settlement and milk market, as well as design a master plan for the project.
We need to have an adequate plan so that we have a blueprint. Our intention is not only for herdsmen from Kano, our intention is for herdsmen from all over the country.
Chairman of the committee, which has 3 weeks within which to submit its report, Dr. Jibril Muhammad assured the governor of members' resolve to justify the confidence reposed in them. In Kano, Abdullah Mustafa, NTA News.
Jigawa State Government is engaging its procurement officers on how to block leakages and ensure prudent management of financial resources. To this end, a 6-day training for the officers is underway in Dutse. Mansira Liu Hassan has details.
It's not that of federal government alone. That is why Jigawa State Government established an agency to sanitize procurement process and ensure due process in contract awards and execution. Seated here are procurement officers drawn from all ministries and agencies, being sensitized on what is expected of them under the current drive of fighting corruption in the public service. The State Head of Service, representing State Governor, and Director General Bureau for Public Procurement harp on the need for civil servants to lead the way in the fight against corruption.
Well, I assure you that this government will continue to turn public servants in procurement, which will help to block any loopholes and to save the government from any revenue loss. We will also continue to support and encourage any staff who wishes to further his education on one hand, and on the other hand also sponsor to participate in anything such as this.
By this training and conversion, the successful staff that pass the exam at the end of this training will become the secretaries of the procurement committees.
Participants also share ideas on operating under financial difficulty to achieve results. From Dutse, Mansour Aliyu Hassan, NTA News.
The Federal Ministry of Education is strengthening collaboration with key stakeholders in the education sector towards the actualization of Nigeria's vision of becoming one of the largest economies in the world through vocational and technical skills. Suleiman Abdullahi Rigatukum has the report.
Gathered here at the auditorium of Ario House, Kaduna, are students from 7 states of the Northwest Zone. They are on a national advocacy to popularize innovation enterprise, a program of the Federal Ministry of Education designed to provide middle-level manpower in ICT, construction and engineering, fashion and design, oil and gas, among others.
Because it's different from what obtains in the commercial polytechnic education. The courses are broken into components for the students to be able to, become experts in that chosen area.
The greatest country that have developed efficiency in mathematics and physics and chemistry, they are the country that are advancing so rapidly.
That is where the world is going today. We talk about the Asian tigers, which are China, India, Korea, and the rest. Those countries 20 years ago were not where they are today.
More than 150 innovation institutions are licensed for the program, while the National Board for Technical Education, a regulatory body for the initiative, is developing a curriculum for the students.
This IEI is practically oriented, it's industry-based, and most of the curriculum actually are designed and developed demand-driven.
Officials of the Ministries of Education in the zone expressed their resolve to propel the program in their respective states for optimum results. In Kaduna, I am Suleiman Abdullahi Rigachku, NTA News.
And that's our beat from here. It's back to Abuja for more Nationwide.
Thank you so much, Zolei. Now to technology. A technology-driven center to facilitate linkage between technology and education and also aid the National Open University of Nigeria carry out its mandate has been inaugurated in Abuja. Abdulmalik Adi reports that the president of the Commonwealth of Learning was on hand to see the takeoff of the World Bank-sponsored center.
Aspirations of both the young and the old people around the Commonwealth and beyond. Thank you very much.
This is towards the African Center for Technology Enhanced Learning Project, ACETEL, a place for development of human capacity in research in digital solutions that seeks to utilize technology for education and its deployment to other sectors. It is the latest addition aimed at bridging education and technology gaps driven by the National Open University of Nigerian's quest to bring education to the doorsteps of the people.
Technology-enabled learning.
The president of the Commonwealth of Learning, Professor Asha Kanwa, describes Africa as endowed, believing that ACETEL will provide an enabling environment to showcase Africans to the world.
This approach encourages us to think beyond outputs, such as acquiring a degree, to outcomes. How this degree will lead to a better quality of life.
The University of Nigeria is definitely, absolutely, undeniably, unarguably the largest and the best university in the galaxy.
This center was created with the philosophy that is leveraging on the affordances of technology to ensure digital literacy and hence enhance the quality of STEM education.
This feat by the National Open University of Nigeria's enthused speakers here who feel it will fast-track the quest to make every Nigerian access tertiary education to move the country from resource to knowledge-based economy. In Abuja, Abdulmalik Adio, NTA News.
Oyo State Police destroys bags of cannabis. Kemi in Ibadan has details of this report and others. Hello, Kemi.
Hello, Elizabeth, and welcome to Ibadan. Kwara State Police Command says it has deployed search and rescue team for the speedy recovery of 4 Turkish nationals abducted in Bali, Edu local government area of Kwara State. Abdulwahid Bibiri has details.
The 4 Turkish nationals were kidnapped at a drinking joint in Bali village, Edu local government area of Kwara State. Speaking on this development, spokesperson of the Kwara State Police Command, DSP Ajayi Okasami, said the command is working around the clock in ensuring timely release of the abducted Turkish nationals.
The Commissioner of Police
immediately directed commencement of rescue mission by unleashing members of the Operation Pofada attached to the command to that area. As I speak, they are in the bushes combing, and we are working assiduously to ensuring that those people are rescued alive without any problem, and the suspects are arrested.
The command also assured residents in the state of adequate security of lives and property. Abdulwahid Bibire, NTA News.
The 2019-2020 Petroleum Technology Development Fund Southwest Region Selection Exercise for the award of local scholarship to masters and PhD students has been concluded in Ibadan, the Oyo State capital. Correspondent Funke Bidamito reports that over 500 candidates were shortlisted for the exercise.
The 5-day scholarship screening of the PTDF for the award of local scholarship for masters and PhD is part of the fund's mandate designed to meet the long-term capacity building requirements of the oil and gas industry. Beginning with the online accreditation, which enables panelists access candidates' information, the exercise has been without hitch.
We want every candidate to be aware that they are being fairly treated. It's quite transparent exercise, and we have experienced panelists that really know they are industry experts, they're also in the academia, and they know what is expected.
Spread across 4 areas of engineering, environment, geological sciences, and energy studies, the candidates describe the process as transparent.
So they do it in such a way that they want to ensure that everybody expresses yourself. What do you have to offer us?
It was focused on my field in particular, and it was awesome.
My expectations would be to actually achieve my dreams and try to advance my career.
After the interview, I should be a beneficiary of the award, and this will also enable me to, do well in my research field and also contribute to Nigeria.
It is expected that beneficiaries will fit in directly to the petroleum industry or the academia, hence contributing positively to nation building. From Ibadan, Funke Bidamito, NTA News.
And that's it from Ibadan. It's back to Elizabeth in Abuja for more on Nationwide.
Thank you so much, Kemi. Moving on, in a bid to enable installers keep up with the trends in installation techniques for enhanced service delivery to customers, Nigerian Communications Satellite Limited has organized the second edition of Installers KA-band VSAT training. Participants were enlightened on the footprints and product offered by the company, taught how to reduce installation time through various best practices, as well as briefed on international certifications in the VSAT industry.
So we do this as a hands-on training for our resellers, technicians, and some engineers who otherwise are not vast in the deployment of satellite communication services.
NIGECOMSAT, we want to bring in a lot of Nigerians who are graduates. For them, instead for them to be roaming the street, they can as well participate in this and key into the vision of the government by providing employment opportunity for Nigerian youths.
Being a marketer, it's a great experience to be here and learning a lot of things from them. I can take this experience to better my company and make sure that I do the right thing in installing NIGECOMSAT's product out there.
Johnson reports that at the end of the annual training, certificates were handed to deserving participants. Promotion of SMEs in focus in Jos, and Felicia will give us details of this and more. Hello, Felicia.
Elizabeth, welcome to Jos. The German corporation is working with the Plateau State government to reform the micro, small and medium-scale enterprises in the state to make it more effective. Indian and Dayabagyang has the details.
The micro, small and medium-scale enterprises have over the years provided a platform for Nigerians to be self-reliant and helped to reduce the unemployment burden of the country. In recognition of this, the federal government had signed a bilateral agreement with the German corporation GIZ to reposition MSMEs in the country. To this end, Plasmedia is taking advantage of the agreement to synergize with GIZ to provide entrepreneurial capacity to grow SME businesses and strengthen policies of GIZ Development Advisor to the agency.
The advisor is supposed to provide a kind of a hand-holding responsibility to the agency to strengthen some key departments like the M&E department, like the MSME department. By doing that, the various sectors of the economy will be able to key into best practices.
To GIZ, the partnership will open up opportunities to grow SMEs and promote wide range of development services beyond the state.
I'm ready to give you everything that I can so that we can bring the organization, like you said, to the next level.
Later, the development advisor, Robert Alexandriski, met with staff of the agency where both parties agreed to support each other. In Jos, Indenyan and the Abuja, NTA News.
The rainy season comes with its many blessings, one of which is the availability of new crops and vegetables. A survey of staple foods at Faringada Market in Jos indicates that prices have gone low as buyers now enjoy good value for their money. Kim Gotts has the report.
Sellers of prevalent food commodities dominated the Faringada market with a pocket of buyers, which indicates low patronage. NTA crew gathered that prices of foodstuff have relatively dropped as a measure of local rice goes for 300 naira as against 450 naira last year. Beans formerly sold at 500 is now 200 naira. Fresh granite now goes for 150 naira, a measure compared to 170 naira sold 4 months ago. Sellers of perishable commodities like Irish potatoes and onion who spoke to NTA News said the prices have drastically dropped.
Actually, this year is more better than last year because the prices are going down more than what we are expecting.
A buyer, Aisha Abubakar, noted the drop in prices of food commodities generally.
Rice is 350, beans is 200, highest.
So the price has dropped?
Dropped.
The case was, however, different for sweet potato sellers who attributed the increase in price to scarcity of product.
A bag of sweet potatoes at the rate of 4,000 now is different. The price now is 6,500 for the bag because now the sweet potato is going.
The buyers and sellers noted that to have fixed prices of commodities, a price board control should be created by the government. From Ferengada Market, Kim Gotts, NTA News.
The Catholic community in Jos has expressed sympathy and concern over the loss of lives in the recent building collapse in Dilimi area of Jos, which claimed many lives. Apostolic Administrator of the Catholic Archdiocese of Jos, Most Reverend Ignatius Kaigama, said this in a message during a condolence visit to the families of the deceased. Ijoma Ozemena has the report.
Being a brother's keeper is a mandate from God at all times and is expected to be a way of life for everyone. In line with this belief, the Apostolic Administrator of Catholic Archdiocese of Jos visited the families of those who lost their lives in the recent building collapse along the Limi Road.
We are here to sympathize with the incident. Nobody wishes any evil to anyone. We always want peace, want progress, and want success. So to see this type of incident happening is very depressing and contrary to our aspiration.
A former ESCO member of Jamaatul Nasri Islam, Sani Mudi, who spoke on behalf of the family, said the visit is a sign of daily growth of love and sustenance of peaceful coexistence, as well as cordial relationship between the Christian and Muslim communities in the state.
The fact that everybody is coming, traditional rulers in Plateau, the clergy, political leaders have all come, is a sign of the cordial relationship that is now prevailing on the plateau.
Prayers were offered for the repose of souls of the dead to receive eternal peace. In Jos, Ijoma Ozemena, NTA News.
That does it from Jos. It's back to you, Elizabeth, for more on Nationwide.
Thank you, Felicia. Let's take a quick break now. Nationwide continues shortly.
It's that time
time of the year when the young minds ages 8 to 18 are brought together by Digital Peers International on annual ICT-based creative camp and competition. Digitize 2019 will be more exciting, engaging and impactful like never before. The 18th Digitize annual camp with the theme E-Governance Act. Expose your child to cloud-based solutions and how they will help in collaborative governance and business. Make July 28th to August 9, 2019 a worthwhile vacation for your child at Lead Fort Gate College Lekki Ekpe Expressway, Awoyoya, Lagos State. For registration, visit www.digitalpeers.org. For sponsorship and inquiries, call 0807-782-3307 or 0807-782-3308. Email dpi@digitalpeers.org. You can also follow, like, and comment on our social media platform. DPI, showcasing digital excellence amongst youth.
NTA Television College Jos announces admissions into 2-year diploma programs in film and television production, television engineering, and broadcast journalism. The sale of forms will commence on the 13th of May and run through 30th July 2019. Admission forms can be obtained from all marketing offices, NTA state capital stations, zonal centers, or at the office of the academic secretary, NTA Television College, Rayfield, Jos.
On payment of a non-refundable fee of 7,500 naira in bank draft in favor of NTA TV College. Applicants can also obtain the forms through the NTA TV College portal at www.ntatvc.edu.nj.
Applicants are required to possess 5 credits in GCE or SSCE in relevant areas of study in not more than 2 sittings, including English and mathematics. All properly completed forms attached with photocopies of credentials must be submitted on or before 30th July 2019. For further inquiries, please visit our website at ntatvc.com or call 0803-3144-383.
NTA TV College, training you to be the best you want to be.
Registrar Announcer.
The Nigerian national flag is a sacred national symbol. It is a mark of patriotism and a show of love for our nation to fly the national flag correctly, in the right colors, right dimension, and in the right sizes for each occasion. In recent times, it has been noticed that government offices, corporate organizations, banks, embassies, and other notable institutions fly faded, shredded, and haggard-looking versions of the national flag. This is wrong and must stop. It has also been noticed that some citizens prefer to popularize the national flag of other nations. Fellow countrymen and women, let us be patriotic. Come, let us show love for our motherland. Fly the correct versions of our national flag in all relevant places. Be patriotic. Be proud ambassadors of our great country.
This message is from the National Orientation Agency.
You can follow us on all our social media platforms: Facebook at NTA Network News, Instagram at NTA Network, Twitter at NTA News Now, YouTube at NTA News Online. Or visit www.nta.ng. For live streaming, visit www.nta.ng/live. Now, you can stay updated on the go, be it on your TV, iPhone, laptop, or iPad, or download the NTA mobile application from your Play Store or App Store. NTA, you can beat the rich.
Thanks for staying with us. Now to sports. FCT selects 16 caretakers after Under-17 Championship in Abuja for 2019 National Youth Games. Kene Imabudike has details of this and more.